Assembly resolution for declaring the year 2023 as the International Year of Millets, and the proposal of India was overwhelmingly supported by all the countries present there. India is exporting millets over the period of time, and the millet products worth almost USD 34.32 million were exported in 21-22. Why I specifically said about the millets? We in Goa also have the millets growing, especially the ragi variety. And the self-help groups, they have immense opportunity to convert this into good product, nutritional product, and we can definitely seek market not only in India but abroad as well. Because I am told Middle East is a big market, especially for these ragi products. Indian food processing industry is among the largest in the nation in terms of the growth, production, consumption and exports. This industry produces several food products such as meat, poultry, fisheries, fruits, vegetables, spices, milk and milk products, plantations and grains. India's agriculture export crossed 50 billion last year, the highest ever as per the Commerce Ministry statement. Goa state, although small in size, has also contributed to this export figure. We all know we undertake exports of fisheries from Goa, and in a very big way. The government of Goa also has agricultural export policy for Goa state and has plans for expanding the production and processing in the state. We are grateful to the central government for giving us a greenfield airport, Mopa Airport, where now it is going to be a commercial hub, especially for exporting the vegetables which can come from South Maharashtra or North Karnataka and Goa as well. We all know that although Goa was lacking in the production of agricultural products, last 5 years have seen a sea change, and the production has galloped multifold. And I am sure we will be there to undertake all these activities in earnest so that more and more agriculture produce will be produced and we will be also able to export. It gives me great pleasure to tell you that even orchids have been exported from Goa. In fact, there is a young entrepreneur in Konkani who started an orchid producing facility in a greenhouse and is doing very well. Central schemes targeted agro industries, developing exports, promotion of food products from the country. Under the schemes, financial assistance to the exporters of the agricultural product which are processed food products are given. Government intends to bring about a financial change in the agriculture sector by better farmer realization and synchronization within the policies and programs of the Government of India. In fact, today the bankers have also overwhelmingly come forward to fund the new enterprising entrepreneurs, especially in the field of food processing industry. My friends from the self-help groups or other food processing industry, we earnestly request you to please avail of these facilities and the schemes of the Government of India as well as the financial institutions' help which is forthcoming. In fact, our Honorable Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji, he has got a very strong passion for developing agriculture and the life of farmers. So we need to be of assistance in this direction in making his vision a reality. I am sure we are all here eagerly looking forward for the words of wisdom from our Honorable Minister as well as the Secretary who will be guiding us through these deliberations. I thank you all for coming here and making this a success. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your valuable information and your warm welcome of this wonderful inaugural session. Now I request Goa Regional Office General Manager, NABARD, Dr. Milind Biruji, to say a few words.
Dignitaries on the dais, Shri Mobin Gordenoji, Honorable Minister for Industries, Government of Goa, Shri Arun Mishra ji, Secretary Agriculture, Government of Goa, Mangrish Pai Raikar ji, Chairman ASSOCHAM, Goa State Council, Shri Vipul, Director ASSOCHAM, Dr. Sagar Sargaonkar, Co-Chairman ASSOCHAM, senior officers from Government of India, State Government, senior bankers, all industry persons, and distinguished guests, panelists and speakers of this conference. Very good morning to all of you. At the outset, I congratulate ASSOCHAM, Goa Council, for organizing this important event today. At this moment when Government of India is giving push for collectivization of agri-produce and processing of agri and food products, this conference has come time. As you know, agriculture is backbone of the economy, Indian economy, and the strength of its lies in the fact that India is leading producer in the number of commodities like milk, cereals, tea, sugar cane, fruits, vegetables, etc. The sector has the potential to become food basket for the world, considering the scope and ever increasing demand for food processing. But on the other side, huge quantities of harvest produce get wasted due to fragmented supply chain and inadequacies of post-harvest infrastructure. In spite of large production base, level of processing in India is at merely at 10%. Only 2% of fruits and vegetables, 8% of marine products, 35% of meat and 6% of poultry products are processed at present in India. Today there is urgent need to discuss use of modern technologies for taking agriculture produce to the next level in collaboration to bring awareness on various schemes of Government of India and State Government for food processing and to create successful open innovation network in food processing industry to stimulate fresh innovation and market linkages. An effective post-harvest management is very important for planning effective utilization of agriculture and livestock produce. Food and agro-processing sector plays an important role in value addition in agriculture and horticulture produce, diversification and commercialization of agriculture, reduction in wastage of produce, generating employment opportunities, enhancing income of farmers and export earnings. A strong and dynamic food processing sector plays an important role in reducing the wastage of perishable products, enhancing shelf life and ensuring value addition to agriculture produce. To give boost to capital formation in food processing sector, Government of India has launched many initiatives, many subsidy schemes for the industry. Food Processing Fund set up by Government of India in 2014-15 with the corpus of 2,000 crore set up in NABARD. This fund is to make available affordable credit and establishing designated food parks and for setting up individual food processing units there. This fund is operationalized in coordination with Ministerial of Food Processing and Industries, Government of India, and financial assistance in the form of capital grant available under various schemes of MOPP is loaded with FPF. The scheme is yet to pick up in Goa as we do not have designated food park in the state. The Honorable Union Finance Minister in her budget speech 2021 announced the One District One Product initiative for better marketing and export of horticulture crops and to foster coordinated development for enhancement of incomes of farmers. In Goa, jackfruit in North Goa and coconut in South Goa are identified as products under this initiative. Ministry of Food Processing and Industries, Government of India is implementing Kisan Sampada Yojana to support entrepreneurs in aggregation of produce, post-harvest management, equipment and technologies, branding and marketing support with the help of bank credit and horticulture produce is being encouraged in the state of Goa by formation of farmers producer companies under central sector scheme of Ministry of Agriculture to develop organized value chains particularly for horticulture crops. As per data available, 60% of the crop area in the state is under horticulture crops like cashew, coconut, areca nut, mango, banana, etc. and variety of spices. Efforts are being taken up at various levels to boost financing post-harvest activities for horticulture crops through value chain financing. These efforts will be complemented with the support under Pradhan Mantri Micro Food Enterprises Scheme (PMFME). Besides this, inter-subvention support is also available for building up farm gate infrastructure for farm produce under agri infrastructure fund. Having vast potential for processing and value addition for horticulture produce in the state of Goa, there is a scope to set up a mega food park or agro-processing clusters either in government or in PPP mode. Creation of such infrastructure would certainly boost investments in food processing sector and thereby directly help farmers. I therefore urge Horticulture Department, Government of Goa to pursue with Ministry of Food Processing and Industries for getting approval for designated food park and agro-processing clusters in the state of Goa. To sum up, I would say there is a tremendous potential for establishment of food processing sector in the state, and on behalf of banking fraternity in the state, I assure all entrepreneurs processors for getting loans and incentives available from Government of India time to time. I am sure today's event would give lot of inputs to all the stakeholders, and the proceedings will help for formulating suitable policies for overall development of food processing sector in the state of Goa. Thank you.
Thank you, Milinji, for beautifully highlighting NABARD perspective on food processing. Next, I request Shri Arun Mishraji, Secretary of Department of Agriculture, Government of Goa, to say a few words.
Respected Budino sir, Industry Minister sir, Manguri sir, Milind Dhurut sir, my friend and colleague Shritika sitting in front of us, and all dear friends. मुझे कहा गया कि मैं few words बोलूँगा तो मैं few sentence में ही खत्म करूँगा, words में कंट्रोल कर पाऊँगा। और स्कीम्स के लिए my friend धुरुट साहब ने बहुत सारी चीज़ें तो गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया का इंटरफेस हमारे गोवा गवर्नमेंट का इंटरफेस. We are running 70 plus schemes for welfare of agriculturists. There are some potential. I want a little interactive. Can you guess? गोवा में कितनी फूड प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट्स हैं? How many food processing units are in Goa and what is their turnover? Can anybody guess? 10,000. Very wild guess, sir. But anyway, you try to guess. It is 61 units are registered with us, and turnover is more than 25,000 crore rupees. So we are proud of our Goa and Goan people. They are doing so silently work for nation building. Another fact I will bring into your notice that our pharmaceutical industry, though it is topic of food processing duty, but emphasizing upon our skill and abilities of the Goa and Goa people and our society, there are around 70 pharmaceutical industries. All are WHO certified. Not a single product is not certified by WHO. And their turnover is, can you guess what is there? 85,000 crores. So it is a very proud moment, proud thing for us. What I felt for Goa, मेरा विजन एज एग्रीकल्चर सेक्रेटरी और अंडर गवर्नमेंट कोडिनो साहब, रवि नायक साहब और प्रभु साहब के पीछे काम करते हुए मेरा विजन क्या है? देयर आर टू इंटरफेसेस. फर्स्ट ब्यूरोक्रेटिक आउटलुक, प्रोग्राम मेकिंग आउटलुक, जैसा कि हमारे जीम साहब ने बोला, और एक इम्प्लीमेंटेशन लेवल पे जैसे पुराने साहब ने भी हम डिस्कस कर रहे थे. व्हाट आर द बॉटलनेक्स? हम स्कीम के लिए बनाते हैं. हमें ये होता है कि स्कीम बनी, हमें इतना सेंक्शन करना है और कैलकुलेट होगा, जीडीपी में कब रिटर्न आएगा, कैसे होगा. वी डोंट सी दैट. बट नाउ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया इज वेरी क्लियर. रिसेंटली एक छोटा सा उदाहरण मैं दूंगा गवर्नमेंट कैसे वर्क करी, भारत सरकार और गोवा सरकार, कि हमने एक फार्मर प्रोसेसर यूनिट बनाने का प्रयास किया. जितने तालुका थे ये था कि फार्मर प्रोसेसिंग यूनिट बनाए, तो उसको सोसाइटी मॉडल में हमने डाला कि सोसाइटी बनेगी. आप सभी जानते हैं कि सोसाइटियों का वर्ल्ड वाइड या इंडिया वाइड बहुत ज़्यादा, गुजरात और महाराष्ट्र को छोड़ दीजिए तो परफॉर्मेंस बहुत अच्छा नहीं रहा. देन वी स्विच ओवर टू कंपनी. अब फार्मर प्रोड्यूस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हम बना रहे हैं. 12 जगहों में हमने 5 बना लिया है, 7 जगह और बना रहे हैं. और इनका काम क्या है? जो फार्मर है, जो प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है, उसको हमारी जो कंपनीज हैं, 1641 कंपनीज हैं, जहाँ जो कंपनी है उससे बैकवर्ड लिंकेजेस को फॉरवर्ड लिंकेज से कनेक्ट कर देंगे. देयर आर फैसिलिटेटर्स आप जो बीच में उसे 10 लाख रुपए देंगे, वो जो 12 कंपनियां बनेंगे, एफपीओ बनेंगे, तो वो 2 बैकवर्ड फॉरवर्ड लिंकेज को कनेक्ट करेंगे. कोल्ड चेन की भी हम बात कर रहे थे. कोल्ड चेन गोवा की सिचुएशन और रिक्वायरमेंट्स को देखते हुए आइटम वाइज ही स्पेसिफिक वो कामयाब हो सकता है. कुछ स्पेसिफिक आइटम में फिशरीज में, पोल्ट्रीज में या कैशियो में आप कह सकते हैं, कनट्स में कह सकते हैं, वहाँ कामयाब हो सकता है. बाकी गेहूँ के लिए, मिक्स के लिए या स्टेबल फूड के लिए इट इज नॉट रिक्वायर्ड. तो ब्रॉडली जब आप हमारी कॉन्फ्रेंस पे बात करें तो सबसे इम्पॉर्टेंट है कि हम अपने स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड्स पे कैसे वर्क करें. हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है फिश, हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है कैशियो, हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है पिकल, हमारा स्ट्रॉन्ग होल्ड है मैंगो. तो हम इस पर कैसे वर्क करें? हम स्विट्जरलैंड की जो पॉपुलेशन है उससे कम है, हमारी एरिया उससे ज़्यादा, तो वाई शुड नॉट बिकम दैट सॉफ्ट पावर एंड वी कैन डू सो. हम प्रिसाइज मशीनरी की इंडस्ट्रीज ला सकते हैं, फिश की वॉचेस इंडस्ट्री हम ला सकते हैं यहाँ पे. दो फूड प्रोसेसिंग नहीं रिलेटेड है, बट एज ए गवर्नमेंट हमारा व्यू ये होना चाहिए. और फूड प्रोसेसिंग में क्वालिटी एडिशन कैसे किया जाए, दैट इज आवर की चैलेंज. दो वी आर डूइंग बेटर, बट वी शुड बी ऑफ द वर्ल्ड स्टैंडर्ड. बाय दिस रिक्वेस्ट एंड चैलेंज I am closing my communication. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, sir, for your kind words of guidance. ज्या खिणाची आम्ही ओमळशिकेन वाट पळयतात तो खीण म्हळ्यार आयचें हवाल प्रकाशन. मागता आयचे मुखेल सोयरे भौमानेस्त मंत्री मोबिन गोदिनो हांचे कडेन की तांणी हवाल प्रकाशन करचें. तशेंच I would request all the dignitaries on the dais to release the report.
भाई आओ नहीं जाओ.
टाळ्यांचा आवाज मस्त जोरदार येवपाक जाय. Thank you, sir. देव बरें करूं. Now I would like to request our dynamic Minister for Industries, Mr. Mohammed Budinoji, to kindly enlighten us and kindly address the gathering.
Associate Chairman of the local chapter, Mangirish Pai Naikar, Co-Chairman Mr. Salgonkar, our Secretary Arunji, NABARD Dr. Milind, Mr. Vipul, our the Director, Swatika Sachan, our Director as well as IPV Officer, CEO, all the other persons associated with association and all the people associated with the food industry, ladies and gentlemen. It gives me great pleasure to be present with you this morning at this particular conference, deliberations which are going to take place. First of all, my apologies for being a little late. I had to wait a little while. I got caught up in something. Nevertheless, I think this particular function is being held at the most appropriate time. A time when Goa is witnessing change, and witnessing such a change in every sector, in every sphere, whether it is development, whether it is the industries, whether it is the food processing itself, food processing industry, which can get a fill up. As you know, our Honorable Prime Minister is making efforts in all directions, and one such direction is to improve the lot of farmers, improve the food processing or enhance what is happening in the food processing industry, making us self-reliant, making us move forward in a manner that we really can be the leaders in the world. In our beautiful Goa itself, which you are concerned, I am glad Association has taken the responsibility amongst the other bodies to see that food processing industry in Goa progresses. As the Industries Minister in this regard, I want to mention to you that Latam Parshe is one new industrial estate which is developing in Bicholin Taluka. And it is the emphasis of the government to see that the food processing industry, if possible even a cold chain from there, should be developed, government will help that industry to grow and see that it really flowers in a manner that agricultural activity takes place on a much bigger scale than what it is taking place. We being small have not lagged behind, as vividly explained here, the earlier speaker, Mr. Arunji, 61 food processing industry with a turnover of almost, I think, 25,000 crore. It is no mean task to achieve that. Similarly, pharmaceutical company, which I always give an example, 35,000 crore turnover in a small state like Goa, matching WHO standards. I know industries which produce world-class products, even reaching out to sophisticated items being produced, even being supplied to organizations like NASA, which is testimony of the talent of our Goans, of our industrialists working in this beautiful place. Why can't we enhance all this? And precisely to deliberate on that, plan it out, see how all of us can collaborate, get new ideas on the table. This is what your conference is going to be. This is what I believe you are going to discuss at this very conference. government for that matter is doing all it can. Central government as well as the state government. But sometimes there are some missing links. Enough is not being done so that the synergies can be truly combined. The synergy and the energy that is necessary. If it is, I should say, fixed properly like a jigsaw puzzle. Right now I will try to call it a puzzle because Goa is one place which is blessed by nature. Anything that is produced here, whether it is your jackfruit as identified in the north or coconut, why can't we export products, not only coconut products? Why can't we export? There are people who are already exporting jackfruit, but it's a very in small measure. Something which can be actually grown here. Why not? Millets, ragi. Why not on the bigger scale? Because one thing I want to mention here, there will be many scientists here who do soil testing, but anything somehow that is grown here I have seen in Goa, it tastes much better and it has a much better flavor. I don't know how that is. That's why I say Goa is God blessed. Milk. We are getting milk from outside the state. We don't produce enough milk here. I am looking forward to the day where we should not only be self-sufficient, we should be able to process milk and give milk products, whether it is cheese and various other products. Why we can't do this? This is where you have to apply your mind. And today, when we are getting so much of support from the central government, for that matter even NABARD, they are being pushed by the central government under the leadership of Narendra Modi ji. Why can't all of you really come forward and see that agriculture gets a fill up? You look around in Goa, you will see so much of fallow land, fields are not being cultivated, all that you get is proposals being put up for conversion, so that quick money that they can earn, that little more money that they can earn, is actually destroying the very environment, is destroying the greenery, is destroying what Goa stands for. How long can you sustain such a situation? We all have to act as catalysts to get the youth to agriculture and agriculture related activity, because somehow there is a feeling, and especially among the Goans, that we are comfortable only in white collar jobs. I only want a job. That particular job, you are becoming an entrepreneur, you will employ several people, you will be giving jobs. This particular new thinking and awakening has to be promoted amongst the youth and the people of Goa. It is here that you have to come forward. And it's not enough, or we will be found wanting, or things will just not happen if we leave it only to the government or elected representatives. Associations like associations like CII, Goa Chamber, and various other organizations, all of you will have to play a role, because you are there with industrial activity, you are there in the processing industry, you are there in an atmosphere where you know to add value to a simple thing. With little bit of technique and the technology that is available today, I think you can make things happen. And why not? And that is what we are also striving, and that is how we had come out with a new industrial policy as well, simplifying things. When we talk of ease of doing business, yes, we have moved in that direction of making it easier for people. But as you know, Goa is a small state. We can neither have any industry that will even little bit pollute Goa, or we can't have the huge industries which would perhaps give little more employment, but it will destroy the very structure of Goa. When I look at my beautiful Goa, I look at those type of non-polluting industries which can actually further beautify Goa or enhance the value of Goa. Like I call entertainment industry is one of them. Tomorrow, this can be a place for film locales, film studios, activities in the entertainment sector, which is there in the rest of the world, or even better than that. And at the same time, if you really encourage agriculture by in turn which will help the food processing industry in setting up newer unit, I think this will go a long way in even preserving our beautiful Goa. Give impetus to agricultural activity. See how challenging it is, but see that it practically happens to get young people in the field. They should consider it a pleasure. With so much of mechanization, sometimes they may not even have to dirty their feet and hands, as sometimes they do not want to do that. But once you start doing it, you tend to have a liking. Today Goa, whether it is your agricultural products, whether it is simple vegetables, whether it is floriculture as far as horticulture is concerned, all that comes from across the border. Are we not capable of producing or growing or doing this simple thing? Even good vegetables can be grown in Goa. Exotic vegetables, which Goan vegetables are liked by a lot of people. Why not give it a chance? Food is something which you will need at any point of time. Because there was a pandemic, because you could not move out of the house, because you were not doing any activity, did you stop eating? Did you stop consuming what you are consuming every day? We all need food. So why not do that? And Goa is a place where I want to say, the best of things happen, best of thoughts can be brought to your mind, because as I call it a God-blessed place, the atmosphere which make very productive and inventive minds. You have to reinvent yourself. You have to get those thoughts in your mind. You have to simply say to yourself, yes, I will do something. Goa is a place I will work here. I will see that agriculture develops in a different way. So much so, I will produce these exotic vegetables. I will produce these exotic fruits. I will produce these exotic cashew nuts, which can be exported to a much higher level with a higher quantum of quality, good size of nuts, to give one simple example. Why not? It can be done. And that is what I am sure associate and all those associated with this particular association will sit down, evolve a strategy. I am sure the government officials, whether from the central government or the state government, also will think about this. Get the best inputs possible, get the best brains working, and see that you evolve a plan, a time-bound plan, a plan which can be implemented. Simply planning something and it lies on the table will also not make any difference. You should be able to implement that plan. See that it is done, and you will be contributing not only to the economy in a big way, you will not only be contributing to agriculture growing in a big way, you will be contributing to the environment as well, in helping to bring about more greenery, more growth of farm products, and the beautification, a natural beautification which will take place. Of course, one parting note which we will ensure, we all have to be together on the same page, because to do all this you will need water to flow from Madai to Goa and never stop. That is very important, and government is making all efforts to see that that will always happen, to preserve Goa, the beautiful Goa that it is. Otherwise, as I say, if you don't have the water flowing from that river down here in Goa, it will not be Bangaracha Goa, it will be Suklale Goa, which it will be dried up Goa, which I never want. So, when our emphasis is to keep Goa as it is, to preserve it in its pristine glory, all of you surely will deliberate and come out with good things happening, which I am sure, and I am going with a assured mind that something good will come out, to see that Goa remains clean and green, and you will contribute in a big way to its beautification, to its further growth with economic activity in agriculture, and build up the food processing industry. And I would request also, my industry secretary is not here but Satika is here, that as far as Latanpache is concerned, move forward as quickly as possible, because that is going to be the main place, one of the main places where, like you have the pharmaceutical company which has grown in Vietnam, let us have the food processing industry, anything related to processing of natural things there for export, for our own consumption. I am sure we will make it happen. We will see that things are moved and put on the fast track in this particular industrial estate. I am seeing, before I finish, I just want to say, after our new industrial policy, and after they have seen that Goa is really keen on getting non-polluting industry. I must say that there are so many inquiries, so many people seriously wanting to set up. But we, for one, are very, very careful that we will have only non-polluting industry, whether it is, as I said, in the entertainment sector, whether it is in the educational sector, setting up those facilities or high tech institutes, or for that matter agriculture built up in a big way with the food processing industry. This is not going to pollute Goa. So I request all of you to please give us the pleasure of having a working, time-bound plan to build up and grow in that particular sector. I am sure you will be doing this. I wish associate, particularly Mangesh Pai Raikar, his co-chairman Dr. Sagar Salgaonkar, his entire team, and of course NABARD and the other people associated with them. I am sure you will also help them, because NABARD I think is privy to the services of so many top consultants. Give us the top people to apply their brains as far as Goa is concerned. It's not enough merely just forwarding plans which you already have. Give us the best. Let Goa be the model state. When we are being awarded, when we are placed 4th, 7th in various things, sometimes first in various parameters, we want to strive and be number one. You all can make it happen. Other states, for their size, for their problems, it may not happen. But for a small state like Goa, it definitely can happen. So please give us the best from NABARD. See that agriculture really gets a fill up, and such activity that will not destroy our environment and help Goa grow. With this, I once again wish all of you all the very best at this deliberations, and I am going with a very fond thought that you all will contribute your might in building Goa and making it even more beautiful. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir, for your golden words on this occasion. मुखार मागता असोसिएट गोवाचे चेअरमन श्री मांगेश पै रायकरजी, तसेच को चेअरमन डॉक्टर सागर सलगांवकर हांचे कडेन असोसिएट गोवाच्या वतीन एक प्रेमाचे प्रतीक